So, Rich Lux, Nick Snyder, and Lushious Massacre are in some drama, honey. Let's talk about it. Thank you for listening and watching. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel, like this video, comment, and sage. Okay? No, comment and subscribe. Make sure you like this video. Hit the bell next to the subscribe button so you get notification every time I go live and upload a brand new video. And if you would be interested in a personal reading from me, remember my website is Lamarr Townsend Tarot.com. Purchase your reading. I do birth chart readings as well as psychic tarot readings. I also do candle work. If you would be interested as well, I do have a special right now. It's a New Year special. It's $100 for one candle, a 30-minute recorded psychic tarot reading, and a 30-minute recorded birth chart reading, okay? So make sure you also check out my social media, Lamarr Townsend Tarot on Instagram and Facebook. And make sure you check out my book on Amazon for download and purchase, Zodiac Sign, Sex Language, and my singles on iTunes, Spotify, and more. So Nick Snyder, Lushious Massacre, and Rich Lux are all in some drama, okay? And it seems like it's Nick Snyder and Rich Lux versus Lushious Massacre. So if you don't know who these people are, let me give you a quick rundown of who they all are. So Rich Lux, who is probably the most well-known, at least on the YouTube platform of the three, is a drama YouTuber who became very well-known for creating drama videos about the beauty community and all beauty influencers such as Jeffree Star, Jaclyn Hill, James Charles. Excuse me, this tea's making me a little bit gassy. It's a sea salt flush tea, actually. And a lot of others, alright? Rich Lux has, I think, maybe over 300,000 subscribers at this point. Like I said, he's the most well-known. He's building his brand. He has a candle line, a lipstick line. Rich Lux is doing his thing, alright? So check him out. Nick Snyder is Rich Lux's new friend, okay? Mind you, Rich Lux and Lushious Massacre, we're going to talk about in a second, have known each other for like 10 plus years. But Nick Snyder is someone new. Nick Snyder actually apparently used to be a model, like a very well-known, like big model, Armani fashion walks and, you know, Prada, Fendi, Alexander McQueen, all that types of things. But apparently he had a drug problem, alright, and that kind of hindered his creativity, unfortunately, and hindered his career. So now he's on YouTube, I guess, doing drama videos. I'm not subscribed to Nick Snyder's channel myself. I'm only subscribed to Rich Lux and Lushious, but I'm just giving you the tea so you understand. So Rich Lux and Nick Snyder are best of buddies because they both work in the same sector, alright? Mind you, Lushious Massacre is... Nick Snyder's white, by the way. I believe Rich Lux is Latino. Lushious Massacre is also Latino, and like I said, Rich Lux and Lushious Massacre have known each other for many years, alright? Close friends. I actually found Lushious Massacre through Rich Lux. So, Rich Lux used to do videos where they collaborated and they talked about drama, and they talked about other stuff like boys and the gay life and gay slang and stuff like that. It was really funny. You should check out their videos together, Rich Lux and Lushious Massacre. But there's been some drama between the two of them lately, I've noticed. I noticed that they unfollowed each other on Instagram. And today they made a video about each other. Rich Lux talked about Lushious and how Lushious was apparently not a good friend. So there's a lot of drama going on. And I just want to know what is the tea. So let's get into the Rich Lux, Nick Snyder, Lushious Massacre drama. So, okay, so let me also explain this. So, specifically, Lushious Massacre and Nick Snyder do not get along. They don't like each other. Apparently, Nick Snyder always calls out Lushious Massacre. I've only seen one video that I think Nick posted about maybe a day ago now, 24 hours ago, where he talked about some drama. I mean, he mentioned Lushious at the very end of the video and how he's like, Lushious, stop being so holier than thou, blah, blah, blah. And then Lushious posted a video talking about Nick and how Nick is a bully and has been bullying him. So I just want to see what's going on with Nick Snyder and Lushious Massacre, alright? By the way, Lushious is amazing at makeup in his own right, so check him out too. He's a drag queen. Sexy, sexy drag queen. So what is going on between Nick Snyder and Lushious Massacre? What's the truth between Nick Snyder and Lushious Massacre? And by the way, they're all three of them are gay, so it's just three gay, catty gays. All right. And I live for this type of drama, by the way. I love when gays fight. I don't like being a part of the fights, but I love when gays fight. You don't want to fight with me, honey. Alright, trust me. I really prefer to, like, stay in my own lane, but, like, trust me. I'm not the one. Remember, I'm a witch. Okay? So. Anyway, a white witch, of course. Well, not white. Of course, my skin's black, but a witch of the light is what I'll say. Okay. That didn't sound right. So what's going on between Lushious Massacre and, I love being black, by the way. I love my black skin. I do. And my black hair. What's going on between Lushious Massacre and Rich Lux? Or, no, I'm sorry. Lushious Massacre and Nick Snyder. Lushious Massacre and Nick Snyder. What's going on between Lushious Massacre and Nick Snyder? And then I think we'll look into we'll look into Nick Snyder and Rich, and then we'll end with Rich and Lushious. Interesting. It's interesting. I feel like Luscious is really not, like, bothered as he portrays himself to be by Nick. I wouldn't be surprised if Luscious has his own tea on Nick. Nick, I feel like there's something about where your tea is well known in the streets. Now, I don't know if it's necessarily well known in these YouTube streets, but it's well known in those LA streets. I don't know if you all live in LA or where you live, Nick, or if you lived in LA at one point, but there's something about where your tea is out there and it's kind of piping hot. Now, I know you've had issues with drugs, but I feel like there's more to the story here. And there's a reason why Luscious really doesn't like you. Like, there's more to the story. I just feel Luscious saying there's more to the story with Nick. There's more to the story. I don't think Luscious is bothered, though. I think Luscious, even though he's very quiet and keeps to himself, he does have things brewing in the background that I feel like with this drama he's going to reveal just to kind of show and prove, like, hey, I'm in LA doing my thing, honey. Like, I've got things going on over here. So I think there's something where Luscious may have some sponsor deals or things going on. He's playing very PC, I feel, right now. But I feel like they're both very catty. They're both very catty with one another. And I feel like it's interesting. I feel like Nick digs a lot into Luscious. I do see Nick digging a lot into Luscious. But Nick, there's something about you where you kind of like to party, actually. Kind of like to party. And I wouldn't be surprised if Luscious has connected with an old friend of yours, maybe. Someone that used to know you, maybe someone that even used to work with you, or will soon run into this type of person and will spill your tea. So Nick, it's interesting. I know you have your own drug issue, and you know I've been around people who have been addicted to drugs. I've had friends who have died from drugs, you know, and it's so sad. It really is. But I feel like Nick, allegedly, you may still be struggling with addiction. Alright, I don't know if it's maybe drinking. I know you were addicted to a substance of some sort in the past, I believe. But I don't know if you've turned that addiction into another addiction, like, you know, from that to drinking. But I feel something along those lines. But it's interesting, I think Luscious is keeping quiet because he has some things going on in the background. So he doesn't want to mess those things up. But I feel like these two are going to dig for information about each other. Like, this isn't the last of the Luscious and Nick Snyder drama. But it's interesting. I think in the end, these two are going to come together and be friends. And Maybe they may even do a video together or something like that, or like a phone call, a Skype session, something like that, where they let bygones be bygones. But it's gonna be a while from now. It's gonna be a while from now. There is an element here, I'm not gonna lie, I'm picking up a publicity as well. A publicity, so I don't know if there's gonna come a point where like they get along. They get along behind the scenes, but in the front of the cameras, they still portray it as drama, as not getting along. There is an element here of publicity, like, you know, doing it for the coins, doing it for the check. Not gonna lie about that. I do pick up that energy. But as far as the beef between these two, I think the beef is genuine. I think these two don't like each other. I think the start of the drama may have been kind of hearing things through the grapevine. Maybe, you know, just talking about each other and it being heard through the grapevine. I feel like that's what started the beef. And I wouldn't be surprised if Luscious was talking about, or Luscious was talking about Nick behind the scenes. Nick was talking about Luscious behind the scenes, and somehow the fact that the two of them were talking about each other kind of got word of that, you know, both of them, and that started the beef. But I see them making up in the end. Alright. But not for nothing, I like Nick, but Nick has this thing where, like, he doesn't always like seeing people win. He doesn't like seeing people win. People that he knows as well struggle from addiction and have their own faults. And let those faults hinder them. Not for nothing, Luscious, I don't know what your addiction would be, but I do feel like you have some addiction as well. Maybe this is not a joke, but maybe it's to food, maybe it is to depression of some sort, but you have some addiction issue that you struggle with behind the scenes, and Nick is tapping into that energy within you, and he's kind of trying to pick at that. Alright? So Nick has this thing like where he likes to come at you like when he sees you on the cusp of becoming something better and bigger. But he doesn't do this to everyone, I feel like. Like, he'll throw shade, but you know, you need to give him a reason to come for you. And I feel like somehow, some way, Luscious gave him a reason to come for him. So, alright, let's see what's the truth between Nick Snyder and Rich Lux. What's the truth between what's going on between Nick Snyder and Rich Lux? Nick Snyder and Rich Lux. What's the relationship between Nick Snyder? The truth of the relationship between Nick Snyder and Rich Lux. It's funny because I feel like at first these two didn't like each other. Then something brought them together. I feel like maybe it's funny, like the hate of someone else, or like someone else brought them together. So I don't know if they had similar feelings about someone they did drama videos on, but something. I don't think these two initially. I don't think Rich Lux and Nick Snyder initially liked each other. And I think maybe there's something that Nick did shady to Rich, actually, in the beginning. where they stop talking to one another. I feel like these two have had a period where they stopped talking to one another because of something shady that Nick did. But Rich is the type of person where he gives you second chances, third chances. He's a very caring and genuine person. But I feel like these two have moments where they fight and they don't see eye to eye behind the scenes, actually. Rich Lux and Nick Snyder. I think they collaborate with one another. I don't think they have necessarily like a total business partnership. But I think the friendship between these two is genuine and will continue to grow to be genuine. Alright. I feel like Nick and Rich will continue to grow to be genuine friends. I think they may have moments every now and then where they go through some drama, they don't talk, blah blah blah. But I feel like for the most part, Nick is actually very loyal. Alright, he may have shady ways. Alright, I'm sensing, but he's a very loyal friend. So I do sense that from Nick when it comes to Rich. And I think that's something that Rich really values is loyalty in his relationships. So, it's funny. I wouldn't be surprised. I could be crazy, but when I'm crazy things happen in this world. Sometimes, my crazy predictions come true. I feel like maybe there may come a point where these two are in, like, a relationship together. And maybe something secret, but I feel like I don't know if Nick is dating someone, though, because I see someone by his side. But there's something weird here where they may have a moment in the friendship where it becomes a little bit more than just a friendship. But I don't think they're meant to be together in that way. Alright? Nick and Rich. So let's get into Rich and Lushious Massacr. What's the truth of the relationship between Rich and Lushious Massacr? What's the truth of the relationship between Rich and Lushious Massacr? What's the truth of the relationship between Rich and Lushious Massacr? Oh my god, excuse me. Toxicity. There's something about this relationship where it was a little bit toxic. I think the two of Lushious and Rich fed each other's egos in some way, but they also fed each other's issues and sadness and depression in certain ways. They definitely don't feel as close as they once used to be, Rich and Luscious. They aren't as close as they once used to be. And I feel like money has kind of come between them. Money and success has come between them, unfortunately. But also things that have been left unsaid have come between them too as well. I feel like Rich sees Luscious as someone that's a little bit ungrateful. And indulges a lot in his woes. And lets his woes, depression, sadness, issues get the best of him and prevent him from moving forward. Luscious sees Rich as someone who is more like about popularity and social climbing and doing whatever he needs to do to get success. But in Luscious's mind, it's like he has morals, he has values, and I'm not willing to do that just to become popular or successful. And then it's like Rich looks at Luscious as like, you act like you're too good, like, you know, like this is what I do, this is my job, this is my livelihood. So and it's funny, oh my god, speaking of Rich and Nick, I feel like there was something with Luscious and Rich where there was an element here where, like, I don't know if someone had feelings for the other or if they both had feelings and, like, they tried to explore it. Maybe they talked about it. Maybe it was something that was more of an undercurrent in the relationship, but there were a little bit of feelings here. Like, more than friends' feelings, alright? I don't know if it was Luscious towards Rich or Rich towards Luscious. I'm picking up it was actually more so Luscious towards Rich. I think Rich cared a lot about Luscious, but I don't think Rich liked Luscious in the way. Like, I don't think Rich was necessarily attracted to Luscious in that way. And Luscious did take that to heart a bit. And that's partly why Luscious acted the way he did with Rich, alright? But will they ever be friends again? I don't know. There's a lot of drama between these two, a lot of heartbreak, a lot of betrayal. I think Luscious has been kicked out of the friend group in regards to Rich. And I feel like Luscious is going to end up making his own crew. Like, kind of finding his own crew of people. But I don't think these two are ever going to try to cross paths again. Like, I don't think we'll see. I think we'll see Rich maybe, you know, talk about drama about the people around Luscious, but not necessarily Luscious himself. And I think Luscious will do the same thing towards Rich. It's very passive aggressive, the energy between these two. But it's funny, I don't think these two talk often. I think Rich feels really hurt and betrayed by Luscious. I think Luscious looks at it as like it's not a big deal. You're so successful, you have all these successful friends who've done this and that. Like, why are you bothered by me, girl? Like, Luscious has a very self-deprecating energy about him. You know? And that's one thing that actually bothered Rich about Luscious is his self-deprecating humor. But also you can tell it stems from, like, insecurity. Like, I feel like Luscious has been through a lot in his life. Rich has too. Nick has too, and that's why they all, you know, kind of congregate together in a way. But, yeah. Luscious has a very much me versus them type of mentality. Rich has more of a us versus them mentality. Like, Luscious could walk into a room full of people that love him and, you know, adore him, but it's like, he's kind of like, he looks at it like, girl, you don't know what I've been through. You don't know what I've gone through to get here. Why are you praising me? Why are you uplifting me? I'm just up here doing my gig, doing what I do. Like, I'm not anyone. I'm not bothered. Like, he's just like, he covers and masks his pain by like trying to pretend to be unbothered. Luscious. That's what I feel, and I love all three of you, especially Luscious and Rich. But I hope you guys get it together, or at least can have some sort of semblance of professionalism, alright, in these YouTube streets with each other, alright, in social media streets. That's the drama with Rich, Luscious, and Nick, alright. I'm going to keep peeping it. I'm going to keep watching the videos. And maybe you'll keep watching it too, okay? Let me know what you think. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, like this video, comment, and share. If you would be interested in a personal reading from me, check out my website, LamarrTownsendTarot.com, to purchase a reading from me. Remember, I have a special, New Year special, 1 candle, 30-minute psychic tarot reading, and a 30-minute birth chart reading, only for $100. Which, by the way, like, full price, it would be way over $100. Most likely, a birth chart reading alone is, like, $100 plus. But anyway, take advantage of the special. And keep in touch with me by subscribing, liking this video, comment, and sharing, hitting the bell next to the subscribe button so you get notification every time I go live and upload a brand new video. Also following me, liking me on my social media, Lamarr Townsend Tarot on Instagram and Lamarr Townsend Tarot on Facebook. Check out my ebook on Amazon, Zodiac Sign Sex Language, and check out my singles on iTunes, Spotify, and other streaming platforms. Love and light, God bless, and no stress.